Hi guys, welcome to Webisode 11. I'm Josh Staines, Wiradjuri Noongar man, and this is Quinton.
My name's Quinton. I'm from Central Queensland and Rockhampton, and I'm a Bidgera man, and I live in Sydney studying at UNSW.
So I'll just say that bit and then you jump in with that, and then I'll say this and then you say that. This week we caught up with my dad to talk about his healthy lifestyle and the support networks he uses to keep fit and healthy.
And I talked to Appoo of the NCIE lifestyle team about quitting smoking and my journey to accomplish that.
We also have Ben in Western Sydney Parklands doing Health by Stealth.
And we have some delicious lunches for you. Our pasta-free lasagna was a big hit with the family.
So my dad grounded me. I haven't even been smoking that long. I know smoking is bad, but it can't be that bad because he smokes too.
Lillian, I'm home. Children learn from those they admire. What are you teaching them?
What are you doing? Where'd you get that from?
Quit for yourself, quit for your family, quit for life.
So first up we have John Staines, my dad, talking about his lifestyle and a little bit about our family history and family health. Hi everyone, I'm Josh Staines, this is John Staines. We are the descendants of the Wiradjuri people of Molong and Parks. Dad, why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself?
I was born and raised in Glebe and come from the Housing Commission area. I played a lot of football as a young man, played for Balmain Tigers, 3rd grade, 2nd grade, and finished off my career playing in 1st grade.
Your family history was a big standout. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, my family history is mainly of alcohol abuse and smoking abuse. I've lost quite a few members through alcohol and smoking. Lung cancer, strokes, heart attack. Diabetes was another thing one of my grandfathers had, and he lost both his legs. His wife died of a heart attack at the age of 50. My father's mother also died of a heart attack at age 67. My father's father committed suicide through alcohol abuse at the age of 55. My mother was another victim. She died of lung cancer at the age of 58. And my father died at the age of 72 from lung cancer. And I've also lost 2 or 3 uncles to heart attacks. I lost at least 2 or 3 aunties through heart attacks and strokes.
Yeah, I guess sort of the 2 big recent medical issues in our family was with the passing of Uncle Eddie early this year.
Yeah, he was a drinker and a smoker. When he got to the age of 59, the age I am now, he went and seen a doctor about some pains in his chest. He used to smoke 2 packets of cigarettes a day and mostly drank about 12 schooners of beer a day. And the doctor said to him, if we don't give you a quadruple bypass, you won't see 60. So he had a quadruple bypass at the age of 60. Never smoked another cigarette from that day and never had another drink from that day, and lived to the age of 80 where he had a massive heart attack and he died.
With Auntie Vicky, younger sister?
Yeah, my sister's 11 years younger than me. She had a cancer in the jaw. They took a left side of the jaw out and peeled the face back and took all the lymph nodes in the neck and that out. And all the teeth come out. Then they had to put the face back and do plastic surgery and sew her up, and it was touch and go whether she was going to make it or not. But 5 years later, she's still here, and she hasn't had a smoke or a drink of alcohol since that operation. The doctors are very happy with her progress, and another 2 years should be the telling story whether she's out of the woods.
What's some steps that you take to sort of stay on top of your medical health as well?
Yeah, well, I used to do a lot of training, and 5 days a week I'd train a couple of hours a day until I had an accident at work. Since that day I've had 3 operations on my back, a knee replacement. I walk a lot now, and I watch my diet. Muesli and a small fruit salad in the morning, ham and salad sandwich for lunch, and steak, mostly steaks or chops, grilled steaks or chops, and vegetables for for dinner and try and stay off the sweets. And
You see Dr. Pockley, our GP?
I see him every month.
Yep.
Get a blood count, blood test done every 3 months. He looks at my weight, gives me a thorough check over with my kidneys, liver and prostate, gives me the all clear, and just monitors to see how I'm going, especially with my weight.
You also stated in that life app that you've got diabetes and high blood pressure. How often do you meet with the diabetic clinic? And
about every 3 months, and they tell me if I'm going any good or if I'm not. They're pretty straightforward and let you know if you're not doing the right thing.
what sort of exercise do you do throughout the week when you're not at work?
Mainly walking with the dogs. So we've got some greyhounds. We have a bit of luck with them from time to time, but it keeps me busy walking them and exercise, like taking them to the races and trials, and so it keeps me mobile and gives me a good interest and takes my mind off of other things.
As we went through the Life app, they gave us sort of 2 pledges or 2 suggestions that you could do to sort of improve your health and lifestyle. Do you want to talk about what they were?
Yeah, stretching was a huge part of it. The diet, which was good. Yeah, stretching is a good thing because it helps you with a lot of the football injuries that I got from when I was playing, and they seem to come on you later on in life, especially around the neck and shoulder area,
yep,
and the lower back and the knees. So stretching is a very important part of exercising.
So do you have any further suggestions to any of our viewers or our community here of what they can do now?
Cut out the drinking, cut out the smoking, and eat well, and exercise well. And I think everyone, instead of Aboriginal people living to the age of about 58 male, and I forget what it is for a female, might be 60 years. I think we can get up and put another 20 years on top of our life. We're just moderating what we've been doing in the past, abusing our bodies.
So who's your support network?
Well, my doctor, my physiotherapist, dietitian, also the diabetic clinic, my family. Also your mother's been a great part of it with the cooking, and your sister.
Another thing that you also often do is go and have breakfasts with Uncle Bobby.
Yeah, I look forward to having breakfast with a couple of friends during the week down at the cafe at Redfern Park there, and which serve a lot of healthy meals, no junk. If you start your day off with having a healthy meal, it helps you continue on that way through the day. The healthy diet is a big plus in my life.
Thanks for coming in and yarning with us and giving us all the info about our family. So thanks for coming in.
Thanks, bro.
Are you the smoker in the family? Do you know how concerned your loved ones are for you? How many times have you told them you'll quit? Do you realise how important you are to them? Remember, traditional smoke heals. Tobacco smoke kills.
Your habit affects more people than just you. Quit for yourself, quit for family, quit for life.
So next up, Sean and I talk about tobacco use and some of the replacements used to kill those cravings. Hi, my name is Quinton. I'm 26 years old. I was born on Durumble country in Rockhampton in central Queensland. My mob's is the Bidjaro clan, which is in Carnarvon Gorge, southeast Queensland. And I currently study at UNSW. I had my first cigarette when I was 14 at a peer pressure at school. That's really all it came down to. It was just a coping mechanism, and also just to fit in or be cool. I pretty much go through a pack of 20 a day now. As soon as I get up, I'll be having a cigarette all throughout the day, with a coffee, after meals. It's just that sort of, you have that craving for it. I've come into a normality, I suppose.
So Quentin, it's been a couple of months since we caught up and had a chat to you about tobacco.
Yeah.
In that time, what's happened for you?
In that time, it was 5 days since the first time I quit, last time I seen you. So since then I've actually have started smoking again. It wasn't very long after the last catch up actually.
Yeah. I think from memory you had some sorry business to go home to.
Yeah.
What was it about that in particular that led you back to smoking again?
Emotions, upset, also happy times and being with the family. And just going back to, I suppose, a normal routine when we'd get together as a mob and and just celebrate. So
were many people in that situation, were they smoking as well?
yes,
Okay.
yeah, definitely.
So it was kind of like another social interaction between family and friends and all that kind of stuff to go and have a smoke.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And then, so now, how many cigarettes are you smoking each day? And tell me a bit about your habit at the moment.
Right now, it's pretty much back to normal, so up to 20 cigarettes a day.
Yeah.
Not long after I came back from Queensland, I was still doing the patches during the day,
Yeah.
and then once I'd come home from work or uni, I'd have cigarettes then and then in the morning. And so I think I had about a good 4-week run with just doing that routine alone.
Yeah.
So yeah, patches during the day and smoking at night in the morning.
So if you're smoking 20 a day at the moment, like what size packet of cigarettes are you buying, and how much is that costing you roughly?
The prices keep going up. So at the moment, it's 20 packets is $18.25.
Okay. So you're roughly getting close to between $120 and $140 per week.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we're looking at probably around $6,000 a year.
Thanks. Yeah.
Okay, which is
Awesome.
probably a pretty good reason to think about quitting if that's where you're at now. So
Yeah.
so where are you at now?
Yeah, we'll see. Now I've analysed how much it is costing me. I've downloaded a really good budgeting app just to see. I've only just done it for this November
Yep.
month, just to see how much I am actually spending. So every time I buy a pack of cigarettes, it'll tell me how much.
Yeah.
The whole main reason to quit smoking was also to start getting healthier and fitter too. And so I've done that as well. Do PT sessions. I've joined a indoor soccer team, and I also do meditation
Okay.
to help calm myself during exams, because that was another big thing
Yeah.
during exams where I would smoke a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to figure out why I'm still then hooked on to the cigarettes.
So now you've just finished exams at uni.
Yeah.
How long have you got off before exams start again, or before university starts up again?
It's about 3 months, so we
Okay.
go back in March.
So what's your sort of short-term plan over those 3 months? Oh, you mentioned you want to get healthier.
Yeah.
Quitting again, is that
Yeah.
still part of what you want to do?
Definitely quitting again, yeah.
Yep.
I will be going back home to Queensland, so I think a good time is to start right now, get a good 4 weeks, get my head around it, and then mentally prepare myself when I do go home for Christmas and New Year, and hopefully I'll stick it out.
And what's the environment going to be like when you do go home? Are you going to be around lots of family members who smoke again? And
Yeah.
Christmas, New Year's, pretty stressful time.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. It's more the social things. They're not that much stressful for me, because I just have to go there, show my face, and then come home. So, but it's just the whole social interaction and meeting up with cousins and aunties and uncles, and yeah.
So can you think of any strategies, or can you sort of identify some situations where you might need to have some strategies in place to be able to manage those situations so that you can stay away from smoking?
I don't really know yet. Usually I would think, okay, I'm not going to be drinking when I go home. That's it. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. Stay away from it. But at the same time, I think that's very antisocial. I'm just like, might as well just deal with it head on and sort of have the willpower, I suppose, and then and go from there. So I don't know if there's any. Well, there would be strategies, but nothing's sort of worked for me since. So.
How do you think it would go across if you went home to your family and friends and said, look, I'm quitting smoking at the moment, I would really like your help to make sure that I maintain quitting through the Christmas period, and if I can get over that into the new year, then my chances of success are going to be pretty good.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think I just hold a lot of pride where I don't ask people for that type of sport. So that could be something that I can strategy I can use, I suppose.
Okay. Just going back to when you were on NRT, so I think the last time we spoke, we hooked you up with some patches and some oral strips. How was it using those?
They were fine. I actually didn't use any of the oral tablet things that you gave me.
Yep.
The patches, which was the higher dose ones that you gave me,
Yep.
they were giving me slight headaches. Like I felt that was too much. So after the first few days, or when that ran out, I ended up buying 1 milligram lower,
Yep.
just so I didn't have that.
And how was that? Did the headaches go
No,
away?
yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It did.
Okay.
There was slightly more craving. So it's
Okay,
sort of
yeah.
like, it's really weird. Too much is causing headaches, but too little is still a little bit of craving for cigarettes. So,
Okay.
But it was better.
And so you didn't use the little tablets? You didn't feel like you needed to use those?
No, I didn't use them at all.
Okay. Because usually, like you say, if you were getting headaches and stuff like that, it can be, that the nicotine dose is too high. Were you drinking much water at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, it was definitely that the nicotine dose is too high. So if you go back onto that lower level, you might need to use another combination of NRT to try and, so when you are having those cravings, you have something else. So it could be the oral strips or the gum or those mini tablets or whatever it might be. Just so at that particular time it sort of peaks the amount of nicotine your body's getting. And then as the craving goes away, your nicotine level comes back down.
Okay.
So you can use different methods of NRT or different types of NRT in combination to help you get over some of those periods. So maybe that's something we might look at this time.
This time, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, give it a go.
Yeah.
So the 7 milligram patches worked, which is good. So we'll have a look at those again.
Yeah.
To see, and then hopefully we can catch up in a week or 2 weeks' time to see how you're going.
You'll be good.
Cool. Well, hopefully we'll see how we go in the next few weeks and over the next few months, and maybe in the next couple of weeks we can work out some of the strategies for when you go home too, so that you can cope in some of those social situations where you might normally have a smoke.
Definitely.
Okay.
Cool.
Excellent.
Thank you.
You just got home, you're going to the gym. Yeah, I wanted to go too. At 7? Yeah, that key max class.
What are you doing in Mum's bag? You better not be looking for her smokes.
Your habit affects more people than just you. Quit for yourself, quit for family, quit for life.
So up next we have Ben and Sean taking their bikes out for a bit of a spin in Western Sydney, doing a little health by stealth.
Nice.
The Indigenous Mountain Bike Project is a key strategy for us. It introduces the health by stealth method, that while you're out having fun in a good social space and in a good headspace, you can get fit and have long-lasting health. Mountain biking makes your lungs work pretty hard, so the huffing and puffing always gives us a good opportunity to address some of the lung function issues that our mob have. It's not hard for people to discover the impact of tobacco on our lungs and our hearts, especially when we're out on the bikes. A few hills or a few technical sections really challenges the heart, lungs and legs to work. When we have our riders out on track, all of us are huffing and puffing at certain stages, but it's easy to identify the smokers amongst us. This self-awareness is one of the key strategies getting people to change their long-term behaviour. The beauty about mountain biking, there's a lot of challenges, from riding on logs, rock gardens, small drops. Keeps your mind challenged, keeps your mind active, makes it easier to train for a longer period of time when you're having fun. A great part of cycling is the mateship. It doesn't matter your fitness level or your skill levels, you can get out with your mates and have a good time. Bikes deliver us an access to country and culture. We can travel a lot further than we can by foot. We can see, taste, hear and feel the country as it passes. Health by Stealth is a great strategy for us and has been critical in turning long-term health into reality.
Are you smoking around that baby again? What's wrong with you? You should know better than that.
Your habit affects more people than just you. Quit for yourself, quit for family, quit for life.
And finally, we have some delicious lunches. That lasagna was fantastic.
Yeah, cool.
No pasta lasagna full of great veggies for a high protein, high fibre family meal. You will need olive oil, 2 cups of spinach leaves, 500 grams of lean ground beef, 6 sliced mushrooms, 3 chopped garlic cloves, salt, pepper and paprika, 3 cups of passata, 1 cup of cranberry juice, 2 thinly sliced parsnips, 1 chopped onion, half a cup of basil leaves, 1 large sliced eggplant, and 3 zucchinis sliced into ribbons. Preheat your oven to 180 degrees. Layer the parsnips into a baking dish and into the oven for 15 minutes to soften. Saute the onions with a pinch of salt for 5 to 8 minutes. Break the beef mince and add to the frying pan. Cook until brown. Remove the parsnips from the oven and put to one side. Add the cranberry juice, garlic, salt and pepper to the mince and stir for 3 to 4 minutes. Add the passata, bring to the boil and then simmer for 10 minutes. Meanwhile, sprinkle the eggplant with salt and set aside for 10 minutes to draw out some of the juices. Rinse and pat dry. Heat a couple of tablespoons of olive oil and fry the eggplant for 2 to 3 minutes until golden brown. Now that you have everything prepared, you can start layering your lasagna. On top of the parsnips, layer 1/3 of the meat sauce, then the eggplant slices, the fresh basil leaves, mushrooms, and then the remaining meat sauce. The baby spinach, and finally the zucchini ribbons. Place in the oven and cook at 180 degrees for 20 minutes. Remove, add 3 cups of ricotta and 3 tablespoons of parmesan. And return to the oven at 200 degrees for a further 15 to 20 minutes. Allow the lasagna to stand and serve with a mixed salad. This sweet potato and beef chili is a great source of fibre, protein and vitamin A and C. You'll need 500 grams lean ground beef, 1 medium red onion diced, half a cup of chopped coriander, half a lime juiced, 1.5 teaspoons of cumin, half a teaspoon of paprika, 1/4 teaspoon chili powder, 3 cloves of garlic minced, 500 grams of sweet potato peeled and cubed, 1 tablespoon of cooking oil, 2.25 cups of chicken stock, 1 can of diced tomatoes. Season the ground beef with salt and pepper. Create a spice mixture by tossing coriander, cumin, paprika, and chili powder together. Heat a saucepan over medium-high heat and add oil and garlic. Once you can smell the garlic, add onions. Saute until softened, about 3 minutes. Next, add the beef with half the spice mixture and diced tomatoes. Continue cooking for 3 to 5 minutes. Add in sweet potatoes, chicken stock, and the remainder of the spices. Cover and bring to the boil. Lower heat and simmer for 15 minutes or until the sweet potatoes are softened, and add in a squeeze of lime juice. Baked tortilla. This dish features hearty black beans, cooked spinach, shredded cheese, and tomatoes all rolled into a warm tortilla blanket. You'll need 2 chopped tomatoes, 120 grams of shredded cheese, 1 can of black beans, drained and rinsed, 12 small corn tortillas, 280 grams of frozen spinach, 1 tablespoon of taco seasoning, and olive oil. Preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius. Spread the corn tortillas on 2 baking sheets and distribute the shredded cheese evenly on top. Bake for 1 minute until cheese is melted. Combine drained spinach with black beans, chopped tomato, and taco seasoning. Divide the filling between the 12 tortillas. Press them up against each other so they don't unroll. Bake the tortillas for 10 minutes until the tops have browned.
Okay, and is there anything else?
Yeah, I'll get a packet of my regular smokes too, please.
That's $23.20.
Well, I've only got $22.
$23.20.
How much does smoking really cost you? Quit for yourself, quit for family, quit for life.
So that's it for Webisode 11. Thanks, Quinton, for coming along and doing the nicotine replacement therapy interview.
Thank you, thanks for having me.
All good.